Hey everybody, welcome to Weekend Confirmed Question of the Week. My name is Garnett Lee. Glad you're joining us. Make sure you're subscribing to the Weekend Confirmed YouTube channel. And that little project we've got going, it's coming up soon. My man Ryan there behind the camera has been hard at work. We got a big video project just getting ready to launch. Shack News, YouTube, and you never know where else it might show up. You just never know. If you want to get your question into us, of course, our Facebook page is a great option, or Twitter, which is exactly what @ConanDaily did here with this question, which is, will Wii buyer's remorse affect WiiU sales, or will consumers repurchase? So, Conan, I think that I want to start with this assumption that Wii buyer's remorse exists in large scale. So Ryan and I were talking about this, and he says, hey, my roommate's got his Wii, and it's in the garage. And I said, okay, it's in the garage, haven't used it for a while, but do you have buyer's remorse for it? See, I think that what we have here is a couple of different people who have Wiis. On the one hand, you've got everybody who bought it for Wii Sports, and it really was the Wii Sports machine. And I think in many cases, they feel like they got their fun out of the machine, and maybe they pull it out when they want to. It's the almost equivalent of having a fun party board game in the closet. It's just more expensive. It's not like you're upset that you have a cranium sitting collecting dust in your cabinet for 363 days out of the year, because those are 2 days of the year that you pull it out. You have a good time with your friends, and it's fun. You're like, oh, that was cool. I'm glad I have that. Obviously, that has a lot to do with your financial situation. You know, $250 plus maybe a game or two. $350, let's say, or so. That's still an investment, right? I do think, though, that Wii U is going to have a little hurdle with those folks, not because of buyer's remorse, but because of the fact that I don't see this tablet pad device being as, oh my God, that's really cool, as having a wand in your hand and playing tennis or bowling. You know, those were really interactive. You know, it's like, have you ever seen those game machines you can pick up in Walmart? They're just hook up to the television set things, and they do the same deal, and people get into that as well. It's because it's really immediate. You have this one-to-one, I'm doing this motion and I'm playing this game. Coming back to the tablet, that's much more of a game interface. That's much more of a, oh man, that looks like something I'm going to have to take a little time to learn. There's a bunch of ways I could use it. And obviously for the gamer, then we think, well, that's really cool because there's a ton of great things you could do with that. Which leads to the other person who has a Nintendo box, and that's a Nintendo fan. And I don't think you have to worry about the Nintendo fan buying new hardware, because they buy it day one. They know that they want Mario, they know they want Zelda, they know they want whatever other franchises Nintendo brings back, and so they're going to jump in on it. They might be upset, they'll probably be vocal about their complaints, and at the same time, they'll be there day one buying the machine with whichever of those franchises it comes out with. So I don't think it's going to hurt that much. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but I do think that the Wii U has other challenges to overcome, and we're going to find out about that at E3. Hopefully they're going to be able to dazzle us with some software, and it'll really get, a compelling argument. I use that word, I hate that word, but make a really strong argument for why I want to play games with this pad in my hand, and we couldn't just have had a Wii U HD like we thought we were going to get 3 years ago. Anyway, that's our question of the week. Hope you're joining us for the Weekend Confirmed podcast on iTunes or your favorite feeds every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific. Till next week, I'm out. That's a fun
Was the episode where we had
Twofers
our
and Probable J's question of when dialogue trees get criticized, is better writing or simply mixing up the good, bad, gray lines the way? Well, I think Probable J brings up a question that goes right into the heart of where we are right now with modern game making as far as adventure games and role-playing games, and pretty much everything in that we're still being exposed to